It's a Chicago game. Do not, I repeat, do not do it. We are a different fucking breed out here, nigga. We are not Los Angeles, nigga. We are not Washington, D.C. This is Chicago. Them niggas go fight back. I'm telling you, them niggas go fight back, gang. Whatever. I don't give a fuck what you talking about. Them young niggas got switches, gang. They not going for that shit, bro. I know a bunch of y'all finna say, oh, it's the National Guard. They can't do anything about it. They must go in Chicago. Do y'all know that it's more bad people than good people, bro? There are over 100,000 gangs in Chicago by the city by itself.
That poor silly young man. Don't do it to yourselves. Go sit.
Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Harakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, GMS, the Ruwell, and peace and citations to the elect of the true nation of Israel, Yasharallah. I'm gonna do a topic on, this is a hot topic right now, man. These YNs or these Jakes, all right, Southern Kingdom, all right, from Chicago, saying, you heard what he says, or what he said, don't send the National Guard, Trump. It's a bad idea. We got, we different over here. All right, we'll fight back. We got 100,000 gangs and whatnot. We all seen, brothers' videos. All right, brothers been doing lessons on this topic, man. I'm like, you know what? I seen a couple of videos today on the topic. I'm like, you know what? It's the spirit, so I'm gonna do a lesson on this. I wasn't, but the spirit is just telling me to do it, man. To put in my own spiritual 2 cents into it. But Jake is delusional, man. Because he's not the only one thinking like this, man. And it's scriptural too, man. It's prophecy. All right. Okay. It's prophetic. Okay, because we're in these days, man. Jacob's trouble. All right. And the scriptures say, the scriptures say, who's gonna rouse up Judah? All right, Southern Kingdom, the so-called blacks. All right, Judah. All right, of the nation of Israel, man. All right, like the men of GMS always say, Northern Kingdom gets it first. All right, the Latinos and Native Americans. All right, we receive judgment from these wicked ass heathens, our enemies first. But Judah, all right, the Southern Kingdom gets it the worst. Okay, all right. And what has Trump and the so-called white man Esau, Edom, all right, have been doing to the Northern Kingdom, the Latinos lately, man? All right, deporting them. All right, persecuting them unrighteously, man. All right, rounding them up, man. And I'm gonna do another lesson, Lord willing, Adawan Ratazah, about I forgot who passed the law. All right, United States passed a law that it's legal. All right, legal, not illegal, but legal for police, I believe police, but law enforcement to racially profile people who are tan color or brown skin, who aren't white people, man, who aren't English speaking white people. All right, so if you speak another language or if you have an accent, all right, or if you're brown, Mexican, or whatever, all right, it's now lawful, it's now legal for law enforcement to racially profile you, man. All right, so yeah, we're in these times, man. All right, where the devil, like the scriptures say in Revelations, man, the devil, Revelation 12:12, go, dude. It's like that the devil shall, his time is short. He's gonna come down upon us Israelites, all right, with great wrath, because he knows he has a short time. All right, he sees his own kingdom falling, man, and crumbling at a super duper rapid rate. Like the scriptures say, Satan, all right, Lucifer shall fall as lightning. Okay, and we're seeing him fall right now before our eyes, man. His kingdom is crumbling and falling fast as spiritual lightning, man. Okay. 5 years ago, America was not looking like the way it is right now, man. All right, everybody was prospering and chilling, man. All right, now look at it. 5 years later, all right, We're on the verge of all hell breaking loose, man. It could have been broken loose already, man. All right, America's hanging by the thinnest thread imaginable right now, spiritually speaking, man. All right, America's in, like, I don't even know, have like hundreds of trillions of dollars in debt at this point. You know, who knows if that number's even real, man. You know, and this devil, all right, he sees his kingdom crumbling, all right, and he's ready to set up, all right, out of chaos, all right. With that formula, he's about to set up his new world order, his NWO, which is going to be based, all right, the foundation of it is going to be based off of the mark of the beast, the RFID microchip, all right, which is going to be mandatory for everybody on earth to take it inside them, to receive it, okay? And that's why all this is going on, man. He's causing chaos throughout the earth, specifically America, all right? All right, and, you know, his target is towards Jake, so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, man, because he knows we're the Israelites, we're the apple of the Lord's eye, all right? And he's coming down with great wrath upon us, man, all right? You know, he's trying to, you know, he's doing his thing, man, all right? And, you know, Donald Trump, you know, he's going to send the National Guard to, just as he did with Washington, he's going to do it to Chicago, man. And you got these YNs, all right, doing it, you know, being tough, acting tough and whatnot, man, okay? All right? Thinking they could do something against the devil himself, which is with fighting against the devil at his own game, all right? With his own blessing, all right? Jacob was not blessed with the sword. Esau was blessed with the sword, all right? And what is the sword, all right? The killing instrument, the bullet, all right? The disease, all right? Any type of killing instrument, all right? The devil has perfected it, man. That's his blessing, okay? You can't fight the devil at his own game, man, all right? Well, what are switches and guns? Those guns. Well, what are these thugs and gang members gonna do to the National Guard, man? You know, the U.S. military, all right, an army, all right, who's been fighting, you know, who's been ruling the world, really, man. You know, the American army, man. What is a couple of gang members, all right, no matter how much they are, gonna do against the U.S. military, man? You know what the U.S. military, the National Guard, is capable of, all right? You know, when warfare-wise, you know. Come on, Jake. Don't be stupid, man. And these Jakes do it. You know, they say these things just so they can get likes and views and clout and girls to like him and see him. Oh, he's tough and whatnot. You know, Jake is just stupid, man. You know, raised by women. Woman would say that, man. Women, yeah, a woman would say that. These men, all right, they're not men. They're women with penards, man. All right, full of emotion. Just say stuff, you know, that they act out of emotion and not logic. You know, women literally say that, man. That's basically the equivalent of saying, I'd rather be in a forest with a bear than a man. It's stupid, man. And that's what these Jakes are basically saying, man. You know, I'd rather go, you know, I'm gonna fight this devil, you know, I'm gonna fight the U.S. military. They can't, you know, we're gonna fight back, man. They're gonna utterly steamroll your ass, man. All right. And those same guns and weapons that you gang members have in Chicago, those same guns that you have, were given to you by the so-called white man himself. You know. But anyway, you know, I'm gonna bring out some precepts. This is Luke 19:43. It says, "For the day shall come upon thee that thine enemies shall cast a trench about thee and compass thee round about and keep thee on every side." All right, I brought this precept out because, hey, man, all right, this is coming not just to Chicago but every neighborhood in America. All right, this devil is gonna, you know, round us all up. All right. All of us blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans eventually, all right, in the judgment of the Lord, all right, which is going to be mainly through the so-called white man, all right, in his anger, all right, and his hatred towards us, okay, the Lord is using the so-called white man, all right, our enemies, to punish the wicked of our people, man. And no Israelite will escape the punishment of the Lord, all right? Everybody's going to be judged, all right? It's just the elect, the righteous of Yahweh Bashmi Al-Shai of the Lord, all right, are being judged right now, all right? Being put through the fire in the furnace of affliction, of adversity right now. While you jakes are living it up, not going through any affliction or righteous affliction, righteous furnace of affliction, you know, you're going to go through the wicked furnace of affliction, all right? You're going to suffer for wickedness' sake, okay? You're not going to get a reward for your suffering, man. You're going to get death by pain to enter into the kingdom of heaven. Us, all right, the Lord is going to exempt us from his great wrath upon America, upon you YNs, all right? This devil, all right, he's going to, you know, the Lord's not going to let this devil, he's not going to let Cain, all right, touch us. Us righteous men of Yahweh Bashim Yahshai, us righteous women of Yahweh Bashim Yahshai, all right? But he's going to touch you wicked 2/3 blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans of our people, man. All right, because the scriptures say to not touch Cain, all right? To not mess with him. Don't be attacking him, trying to kill him, all right? You know? Because that's the Lord's whipping stick. That's the Lord's weapon. All right, that's his whipping stick towards the wicked of our people, man. All right, we're gonna get our hands on our enemy, on Esau, all right, you know, in the kingdom. Not now. The scriptures say to not avenge thyself, okay, but leave room and for wrath for Yahweh Shai to avenge for us. We have to let Yahweh Shai live up to his name, which means he delivers. He's gonna deliver us, okay? So what do we do? What do we have to do for the Lord to deliver us? We have to do what he commands us to do. Serve him, not touch Cain, not take take matters in our own hands, all right? To do righteousness, feed the sheep, keep the laws, commandments of Yahweh Shai, for this is the love of the Lord, man. Roughly paraphrasing, man, all right? We're not supposed to be girding up, how do you say it? We're not supposed to be, bearing arms, all right, okay, and doing what ISUPK, all right, is doing, man. You know, but we're not supposed to be fighting against this devil physically with guns and weapons and whatnot. We're supposed to fight him spiritually, all right. And how do you do that? By serving Yahweh Bashim Shai, all right, to the best of our ability, man. Okay, doing what the Lord commands us. All right. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, and these jakes, these wicked 2/3, these YNs, all right, they're doing it carnally, so they're gonna be destroyed, man. All right. And Trump don't play. You know, Trump ain't playing around, man. All right. You know. Okay. Eventually, you know, Esau, the so-called white man, is he's gonna start just mass unaliving jakes, man. Rounding them up, throwing them all in prison in FEMA camps, man. All right. All blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans here in America, man. All right. Eventually, you know, and us elective Yahweh Shai, you know, a good handful of us are going to be victim to that. All right. But the scriptures say to strive for the truth unto death. All right. And the Lord's going to fight for us. So the Lord's going to deliver us. All right. Out of this wicked persecution of this devil, man, because he's really focused on us, elective Yahweh Shai, us righteous believers and servants of Yahweh Shai. All right, okay. But the Lord is only going to allow him, all right, Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, all right, to lay his hands